Transatlantic tensions continue to simmer after German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said that US is being humiliated by Iran's leadership. Pentagon announced the drawdown from Germany, its largest European base. In response, German Defense Minister urged Europe to take on more responsibility for its own security, while NATO said it is working with the US to understand the decision to cut troops in Germany. Fuzail Ahmed gets us more.
Rift over Iran war and tariff tensions place further strain on relations between the US and Europe. NATO said on Saturday it was working with the United States to understand Washington's decision to withdraw 5,000 troops from Germany as a rift in transatlantic ties deepens over the Middle East war. NATO spokesperson Alison Hart wrote, "We are working with the US to understand the details of their decision on force posture in Germany. This adjustment underscores the need for Europe to continue to invest more in defense and take on a greater share of the responsibility for our shared security, which we are already seeing progress since allies agreed to invest 5% of GDP at the NATO summit in The Hague last year. We remain confident in our ability to provide for our deterrence and defense as this shift towards a stronger Europe in a stronger NATO continues." Pentagon spokesman Sean Parnell said on Friday the withdrawal of around 5,000 troops from Germany was expected to be completed over the next 6 to 12 months. Parnell said in a statement, "This decision follows a thorough review of the department's force posture in Europe and is in recognition of theater requirements and conditions on the ground." In response, German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius urged Europe to take on more responsibility for its own security. Pistorius added that Germany is on the right track by expanding its armed forces, speeding up military procurement, and building infrastructure. Notably, Germany wants to boost the number of active duty Bundeswehr soldiers from a current 185,000 to 260,000. On April 22, Germany had set out a military strategy that sticks with a target of 260,000 active troops despite demands by senior military officials to raise total troop numbers more drastically in response to a widely perceived growing threat from Russia. The Pentagon's announcement of the troop withdrawal follows a spat between US President Donald Trump and German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, who said on Monday Iran was humiliating Washington at the negotiating table. Trump had fired back by saying that Merz doesn't know what he's talking about. However, on April 29, after Trump's criticism, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said his relationship with Trump is still good. The US had just over 68,000 active duty military personnel assigned permanently in its overseas bases in Europe as of December 2025. According to the US Defense Manpower Data Center, 36,436 active service members were stationed in Germany as of December last year. Fuzail Ahmed reports for DD India.